Hi, this is Sonya with Artsy Solutions, and welcome to the Scrappy 8 Challenge 2026. And it's hosted by us ladies on Instagram. And it's a monthly challenge where once a prompt is chosen, you have all month long to create something using it. So this month's prompt was chosen by Kristen, and it's "Here's Your Sign." And basically, she wanted us to create it doesn't have to be a vintage looking sign. It can be any kind of sign, maybe a snarky kind of sign that kind of has like a little bit of spark to it. You know what I mean? For me, I just kind of chose, mine is called A Bit Rusty because with my crafts, I like the rust style. That's my, well, no, I'm not going to say niche, but that's my aesthetic, or that's what I like, grunge and, stuff like that. So I decided for my tag to be called A Bit Rusty. That's my sign. So basically, I made this card tag, whatever you want to call it, sign, similar to how Brenda of Belasta works on YouTube and Gerwyan on Instagram. And I'll have a link in the description to her channel and her video where she shows you how she made one of her tags from a year or so ago. And this is kind of similar to how that one was, but I just kind of added my own spin to it. And basically I just used a little Tim Holtz dies with the letters and lined them up on that black paper. And I used the washi tape and cut them out to hold them in place. And I kept the negative so that I could just add the letters in as a template. And that way the letters wouldn't be all like lopsided and sideways and crooked, So here I am. I'm just using some art glitter glue, and I'm gluing on those letters within that same little frame or negative that I cut them out with. And I'm going to be painting this in just a little bit. So here are some of the colors. Brenda uses a lot of the red, browns, and colors like that, rusty colors. And I use some similar to that. And so we're going to get our backdrop painted in here. And these are just acrylic paints, and you just use what you have, whatever. If it's for a rusty kind of look, that's what I'm using. And it doesn't have to be acrylic paints. You can use, I don't know about watercolors, but you can use pens, markers, different things like that. Just whatever you have in order to create your, that rusty kind of look. So here I am just drawing it or whatever. And I'm just going to come back through with some of that acrylic liquid gel medium or whatever that stuff is. And then I'm just going to dry that. And you'll see the process in just a little bit. So what I'm probably going to do is just put some music on and just kind of let you watch it. And just for the record, I am going to be using some stamping and different processes. Like for this one, for example, I wanted to have like a crackled kind of look, but you'll see, obviously, later on, I used some actual crackle. And right here, I'm wanting to use the, I can't think of the name of that technique, resist technique, where you paint on paint, and then after it's dry, you can rub it off. You could use Vaseline, you could use that Tim Holtz glaze, distressed glaze, or any chapstick. You could use any type of like greasy substance that will, distract the paint or resist the paint. You know what I mean? So here I am after the paint dried. I'm just wiping it off just to kind of give it that rusty kind of look. Now, this is a step that I should have went ahead and put the outer edge of the sign on first, but as usual, I don't always follow the directions. But anyway, so I'm using some Distress Oxide inks, sprays. I think it's Vintage Photo, Hickory Smoke, and I forgot the name of that other one. It's one of those brown ones. But anyway, I just spritzed some of those on. And I'm just cutting the sign down to fit. And you'll see here in a little bit, I'm just going to be adding on the frame. But I should have did the frame first, but I didn't. So I'm just adding some black ink around the edges just to kind of make that sign a little bit more pronounced. So here I am getting ready to add on the frame, and so I'm just kind of drawing around it. The goal was to try to draw it a little bit smaller so that the frame could kind of fit on top of the sign. That didn't work, so I had to improvise. And you'll see here just a little bit. But where there's a will, there's a way. So. And then I had my frame, the sides weren't even, so I had to take some of them down just to kind of make it look right. I want to have one side thicker than the other. And okay, you see what I mean with the measurements? So I need to start measuring. I'm not even gonna lie. So anyway, this is how I salvaged it. I just went on ahead and glued the main part of the frame, main part of the sign down. And then I put this frame over top of it, and you see there's a little bit left that's too big. So I had to take that off and cut another little piece to cover that excess, like space or whatever, because it wasn't gonna look right. I considered leaving it, but I was like, nope. So I'm just cutting that down. And I'm getting ready to basically repeat the same process with the paints and all that good old stuff that I should have did earlier. And so now I'm just going around with some of these India ink markers just to try to highlight around the edges of the frame and around the letters to make them a little bit more pronounced. Sorry for the train sound in the background. So here I decided I wanted to take some glossy accents and kind of raise the letters up just a little bit, because I made a sign similar to that. I didn't follow the directions as usual, but still I wanted to make it more lifted up, whatever. So once the glossy accents dried after like several hours, I decided that I did want some real texture paste and grit paste. So I added some on, and I'm going to heat dry it. And surprisingly, it actually dried pretty well, even with a little crackle on there. Because even though I did the stamping of the crackle, to me it still needed some rust, looking like peeling, and you know, like it needed texture. So I decided to go ahead and add those real textures on there. And you can get the same effect by using cinnamon and acrylic paints. Trying to think of what else you can do. And if you use some of that liquid gel medium, also it, especially if you take the heating tool to it, it makes it bubble up and give you even extra stuff, like extra textures. So I like that too. So I'm coming in with some of this Rusty Card infusions because I really wanted that rust. And to me, this is what solidified it. This is what made it look rusty the way I really wanted it. And a lot of times whenever you use that distress crackle paste, if it's matte, it stays white. Even depending on what kind of paints you use, it still shows white. But I like how that infusions came in, and it took the color, the crackle paste took on the color of the infusions. And it could have been because I decided to just let it dry, because typically I get so impatient and I don't let stuff dry like it should, and that's why it stays white. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And I like how it turned out, because to me, this looks a bit rusty, you know. It looks like it's got, like it's coming apart, you know, like it's been out there in the sun and the rain and the elements have taken over and done what nature does. And this can be like a journaling card. But yeah, I'm pretty much satisfied with it. So I'm gonna have to put it inside my journal. And but yeah, this is pretty much it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And check out my Ko-Fi if you're interested in freebies and things like that. But yeah, I'll have a link in the description if you're interested in participating. Just use the hashtag Scrappy8 Challenge 2026. And that's about it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that tag, that pocket right there off camera. But yeah, this is pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. So, all right, well, happy crafting.